Hey friends, it's Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. How are you? Thank you for all the subscribers that are sticking with me despite my long absence. And for the new folks, welcome to my channel. Um, I, you know, it's been a journey since Uranus transited into my sign. I'm a Taurus. I was really excited because I had this new deck that I wanted to use, and then Uranus kind of snapped into my sign and stuff sort of got discombobulated in my life. So I'm doing these now. It's the 4th of June today, and these readings will span from where we are now through the I can't even talk. September 21st. What is that called? The Fall Equinox? No. Oh my God. Spring Equinox. Yeah, the Fall Equinox. Solstice Equinox. It'll transit through to the Fall Equinox. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I was meditating for these readings, the guide that stepped forward to lead the readings this time around had a channeled message for everyone who's viewing, all signs. And that channeled message, if I can just tap in and remember correctly, it was tell them they are loved, tell them not to worry, tell them that the structures that are being dismantled at this time are for the greater good. So they're being dismantled for the greater good. Tell them it is high time to step into the new vibration. And tell them these readings will assist them and allow them to do that, to step into the new vibrations, the new cycle, so that a new cycle can begin for all of you, individually and collectively, for all of us collectively. So that was the guided message that I was being given to channel for the community this cycle. And that being said, please reach out to me if these are general readings. I'm reading for many people. If the readings sort of touch into specific themes that are going on in your life and structures are being dismantled, I've been doing some readings where tower cards are coming up over and over and over again, and it can be difficult to deal with that energy if you're not used to it, if you're not, if you're a fixed sign like I am. The tower energy can be challenging. So if you feel like there's stuff around you that's happening that you need support around, please reach out for a reading. I'm here to do that and to be that instrument for you to access divine. We all have that connection to divine energy, and sometimes, depending on what's going on for you, it can be hard to access your vibrations. So I go to my reader. She's amazing. If you guys have need of assistance with connecting to the divine, please reach out and let me know. Okay, with that being said, let's go to your readings. Hello again, everyone. So I forgot to mention during the intro that I'm using a new tarot deck. Dun, 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 dun. It's a beautiful one. It's called the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot by Uusi Publications. Each one is like custom sealed, so when you break it open, you're opening up a fresh deck that no one's ever touched before. These are the cards. They're amazing and beautiful, and just they feel like water in my hands, when I'm manipulating and shuffling them. So I really am enjoying working with them a lot. And the really cool thing about this deck is that they have 6 bonus cards. There's a card called the Seeker, which is really beautiful. And then they have moon cards for the different phases of the moon. There's the full moon, and there's the new moon, and all the different phases in between. So I'm really just enjoying working with this deck a lot. I hope you enjoy it as part of your reading. And we're going to clarify with a different deck. Most likely I'll use the Mother Peace deck to clarify the cards. And then as always, you will get an Oracle deck reading card at the end for some extra juice and stuff. Okay. So when I first started shuffling your deck, there were the moon card came up, but it was the full moon. And then the Queen of Wands came up. I didn't show the cards to you, but I was noticing them as I was shuffling. And so your first card for this Uranus transit reading is the new moon. So to me, it looks like the new moon is in Gemini on the 13th of June. There's something significant about this new moon cycle for you. It's like the void, right? It's like you going deep into that creative blackness, that creative void, and just sitting with it. And from there, allowing a slow moving idea to emerge. And it's slow moving because what I'm seeing is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm almost feeling like some of you Librans have just thrown in the towel on certain aspects of your lives, whether you've let a job go, or you've let a relationship go, or you've let a home go. There's this sense of creative possibility that's coming up with this card. Let's see if the lighting will show it better. Maybe not. Okay, I apologize. It's a different time of day than I usually do my readings. So yeah, if you take a look at this, what is at the core? What is at the depth? What is it that wants to be birthed from that great creative void that the new moon represents, that the blackness represents, the darkness represents for us, right? I'm getting, again, with the Knight of Pentacles following it, this progression of there's a new energy that wants to come in for you. It's coming in strong because the Knight is the next. It's coming in strong because it's a Knight, but it's coming in slow because it's a Pentacle. Like this is the card of new beginnings, new growths. And what they're saying is not to worry about how slow this is coming in, because it's a strong card even though it's slow moving. And he's actually, if you look at the way that he's looking, what he's trying to do, this Knight of Pentacles, there we go, it's a little bit more light. This Knight of Pentacles is trying to come in to bust you out of stagnancy. The Six of Swords reversed is about stagnation. It's about not being able to move on from a toxic situation or a negative situation, or just a situation that is fraught with conflict, negativity, just something stuck. And he's coming in and he's trying to, almost like a bowling ball coming in and, like, you know, busting those swords out of the ground so that the boat can move free. See how 5 of the swords are kind of like in the boat and they're keeping the boat anchored. The 6th one is trying to steer, but the 5 are so heavy and it's upside down. In the upright, it means moving towards smoother waters, but upside down, it feels like something is stuck. And so you're trying to bring in a new energy that's trying to, like, bust through the stuckness that you feel, because you are the seeker and you long for a new beginning. I'm just going to move that card closer. You're the seeker down here and you're longing for the new beginning, but all this stuckness is just keeping you from that new beginning. I'm just going to keep that card here because I think the camera likes it. But I want you to focus on the seeker card. See how the moon is up there on this side. There you are, the seeker, and you're following your course. You're following the void. You're following the darkness, and you're following the creative void, and you're trying to get these 6 swords unstuck so that the boat can move forward. Yeah, there's a feeling of a cycle completing and another one beginning. And here the seeker is sort of piercing. See the rod? Oops. He's holding this rod, and it's piercing through the boundary between this earthly plane and the universal plane. And the seeker is trying to do that. Like, there's something that you're trying to either download from the universal plane to earth, or there's something about you trying to connect with the universal plane for some reason. And creative reason, spiritual reason, whatever reason it is, and these 6 swords are just in your way. So here's, I don't know what this is. This is a person, a gift from spirit. Someone's coming in to move those 6 of Pentacles away so you can have your new beginning. So you can have that fresh start. It feels like you want a fresh start, a new cycle, something to that effect. Yeah, because the seeker is upside down. You know, you're stuck and you can't get free. So here's this Knight of Pentacles on the new moon. It's going to come and unstick you. Now the new moon again, like I said, 13th of June, that's Gemini. This reading is really for the solstice, the 21st through the equinox, 21st June to September 21st. So after that week after the new moon, watch for something coming in that's going to help unstuck you. And let's see what else they, oops, I shuffled. Okay, I guess I was supposed to. Okay. Please give us the spiritual guidance for Libra during this time. He's holding out the number 2, so I'm going to pull 2 cards. First spiritual guidance is the Knight of Wands in reverse. And the next one is the Death card in reverse. Okay, so there is really... They're saying you're impatient. The Knight of Wands upside down is impatience, or at least for this one I'm getting. It's impatient. You're impatient and you want this cycle to end. But for some reason it's hanging on. This Death card in reverse is about hanging on when it's time to let go. Here's the Death card. Coming to sing and coming to reap for those things that are ripe for composting. And upside down, it's just you're not letting it go. You're not letting it recycle. Two messages that are coming in. One is that you are impatient for this new beginning. The other is that there's an argumentativeness inside of you that is keeping this other thing from being able to just release. Okay, so there's part of you that wants this new beginning, wants that bowling ball to come in and just sweep those swords away. There's another part of you that is very argumentative, very much wants his way, very much feels like things shouldn't have gone this way and he's entitled to have his way, and it's arguing against this death that wants to happen. So it's interesting. It's like you're torn. One part of you wants the end, but you want it your way, and it's not ending your way. So there's like a side of you that is fighting the death because it's not ending the way you want it to, or that you think it should. So the message is to watch out for that tendency and to allow this thing that wants to come in to sweep it all away. Just allow it to sweep it all away, whether you think it's right or wrong or you're getting your way or not. I don't see the Justice card here, so it's not like it's against you, whatever this thing is happening. You're just attached to it with the Death card. You're attached to something. See, it's like this Knight of Wands is like trying to block the effort of this Knight of Pentacles from coming in and creating this new cycle for you. A lot of blocks. But what the universe wants is to bring this in for you. See, the universe is just like, yes, it's time for a new cycle. Here, let's give them a new cycle. Let's give Libra a new cycle. And then you've got all this like ego energy, earthly energy, three-dimensional energy, human, right? Your human side is like, but no, I don't want it to go quite yet. It wasn't the perfect picture. Libras are always so much about the fairness and the beauty of life and the beautiful things, and death can sometimes not be very beautiful, so it's hard to let things go when it's time. But that's what I'm seeing for your Uranus transit. So whichever realm of life this applies to, it could apply to your work life, your relationships, your spiritual life. You know, maybe you're leaving one spiritual community because your time with them is done and it's time for you to move on to the next spiritual community of your evolution. Trust your evolution. Trust the evolution that wants to happen. Okay, so I am being guided to pull an animal oracle deck card for you, just as an additional ally to help you move through this. Feels very existential, very karmic stage of your life. Thank you, animals. Please show us an ally spirit that would like to assist Libra in this transformation that wants to happen. Ooh. And you got the earthworm. Now talk about being in that darkness, right? And again, I'm mindful of the circles. The circle theme is happening for you. New moon and the earthworm. And here's the seeker card. All those circles. Wholeness is coming for you. This death, once you're able to let it be, let it go, is going to bring you so much wholeness. So yes, I understand the ego wants to fight. I get it. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. I know what that's like. So much compassion and love for that part of us that just wants to hold on desperately. Let me read what Earthworm has to say for you. Earthworm. It came out upright. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We've all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, beginner's mind offers the most valuable of insights. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. So some of you could be protecting your egos, right? Here's the Knight of Pentacles, slow energy. Here's the Knight of Wands, not really wanting to be vulnerable. The Seeker upside down, feeling a little bit out of his element. The Death card, it feels like graduation of some kind those rites of passage where you're a big person in a small pond, and then you graduate out, and then suddenly you're a small person in a big pond, in a big lake, and big fish in a small pond, small fish in a big lake, whatever those metaphors mean. Oh, yeah, it's a new cycle for you. It's bringing up all those vulnerabilities. Beginner's mind. Just remember beginner's mind. And always, always, if you need to, reach out for a personal reading. I'm happy to assist. Okay, one last oracle card for you. And these are the Love Letters to Earth by Nicole Adriana Casanova. Let's see what sacred geometry, vibrational pattern wants to come in to assist you in this transformation. This new cycle for Libra. Interesting. So you got the card of reunion. I'm going to hold this. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to hold this up so you can... So those of you who have worked with this channel before, you know that these cards are vibrational oracles. So they're sacred geometry patterns that are infused with Reiki and other healing light energies. They're wonderful to meditate with. And what I do is I ask you to take the symbol into your crown, into your throat, into your third eye, into any chakra that feels like it could use its support, and just let it work itself through your energy field, giving its vibration to your field wherever it's needed. Okay, I'm going to read, since it's holding the light, I'm going to read what it means while you go ahead and meditate on the symbol. Reunion. Things, people, or ideas that were once separate are coming together again. A reunion is currently about to take place for you. Question whether this is truly aligned and beneficial, or an opportunity to make connections you missed before and integrate the experience differently. Something you thought lost is coming back to life again. Okay. Interesting energy for you, Libra. So allowing this new cycle that might be bringing back something familiar from the past, seeing yourself having mastered certain lessons and meeting this new energy from your new place of mastery, and seeing, you know, where the new beginning and the new learning is for you, and this new energy, this familiar new energy coming in. Hold it up a few more seconds. All right, Libra, that is your reading. Again, if it doesn't resonate and you feel like you do need support during this Uranus transit, please reach out for a reading. This week has been full of people's worlds being upended and structures being dismantled. So I get it. Reach out, and I hope to speak with you all soon. Take care. Namaste.